Go.
Hello and welcome to Tour Guide Courtney from here in Paris. At the moment we're on the top of the Arc de Triomphe, or as they say in French, Arc de Triomphe. So today I'm going to talk about the significance of all these avenues that surround it being lined with trees. Seems peculiar, right? Well, the reason why these avenues are lined with trees, we'll say, is because they wanted to up the greenery a little bit. Because here in Paris, if you look out, you see white and grey. And it's all very dull. And so they thought, seeing as they're avenues and you're supposed to do it, they put in lines of trees on all directions, on all the avenues, on the main streets to make it look more beautiful. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out at one point because, you know, if there's a fire, it kind of just kindles on, like just goes on and on and on. And this did happen once in 1842 when they had just newly planted the trees, and then there was a great fire of Paris, and all the things damaged all the more because of these trees. But since they got this awesome department together, they decided that relining the avenues with the trees was the best choice. Somehow that doesn't seem right. Anyway, as we move on, you'll see that every single lane here is lined with trees. Come over here, lined with trees. All lined with trees. And you can see how it actually does add to the colour, but after that, it just looks a bit too much. Especially when you look at that avenue there, which all you can see is trees. So yes. And now let's talk about these spokes here. Beautiful little spokes. Seem so helpful as they stop us from falling off, but at the same time, what's the real story behind it? So you'll see that these spokes are not quite pointed, yet they do have a rather kind of cone shape, and they are in fact not just for our safety, but so that we don't do anything rash. And these were built long before people were allowed up here, because before people were allowed up here, there were prisoners that were kept here, and they were kept on the top of this building. Some of them to stop them from mingling with public, and because there was complete overflow. And because some of them started jumping off the building, and it's much more fun to torture them to death, they decided to put up these spokes to stop them. And so many a prisoner decided to spike himself on these spokes, but not all succeeded because they're not quite sharp enough for that. And so
God, the baby was.
And so they put up these spokes, and they still stand here today to remind us of all these prisoners that were there, and to remind us not to do that. Yes.
Thank you.
And that is all from Tour Guide Courtney today.